Mario, for speaking to Arabian Reseller. We would like to start with how the market has been for you. It's the first quarter end. How's it been for VAD?
We have been quite happy to find like a number of strong pockets for growth, and I think that helped us to really have extraordinary growth in quarter one. We actually recently just took the team out in order to celebrate the first quarter success, which obviously makes us very excited about to see how 2019 in general will actually complete. I mean, for us, it's like we going very strong with these new disruptive technologies which we have actually onboarded over the recent years, and I think that is helping us in a very competitive market right now still to find strong growth in many areas. If we talk about disruptive technology, not just in sense of like backup services or what I always like to call the cloudification of our portfolio, but even the CCTV, the physical security business is strong and very strong here in the Middle East, and that helps us obviously to grow much faster than many other distributors in the market.
You recently concluded an event in Dubai. How was the event for VAD in terms of your strategies, regional strategies? What kind of feedback did you receive from the attendees?
What we have done slightly different from this year onwards is that we decided to actually invest marketing money right into the resellers in order to use them to generate the leads for the, let's say, distribution ships which we have. We have done that recently with Alibaba Cloud, and the event was very successful for us. I mean, we have seen a very good turnout, very interactive session, and this is exactly what we want. We believe that our partners are the best machines in order to generate leads for our business and driving obviously ROI for the investments which we have done.
Okay. As VAD, you are very selective in getting your partnerships done with brands. What kind of pointers do you look at when you sign up with a brand, for example? Maybe if you could talk maybe the top 5 things that you look at.
I mean, what we look at is like, it's a very good question. I mean, like, what are we really looking for? I mean, I have even recently worked very closely with Gartner and even Context, which is part of the Global Technology Distribution Council, in order to find a practice which will allow us to even be much more efficient in selecting new vendors. And what we're looking in them, obviously, is like, we don't want them to be, let's say, over-established in the region, because then it becomes very difficult to really add value to it. So we're looking at new technologies. But even disruptive, they need to be disruptive even in the way how they go to market. I mean, if you look at like many of the vendors we have, they come up with very unique business models, flat and fair when it comes to the support and the installation, getting free controller upgrades, for example, when we talk about some of our storage vendors. And that itself makes it all very disruptive to the business and will allow us to offer our partners products which will generate, let's say, or produce a lower total cost of ownership, and that ultimately leads to a very fast ROI. And this is what we're always looking for. And then we're looking into obviously building a portfolio which blends to each other. So we want to obviously look at solutions which harmonize with each other. So we have, for example, for the CCTV business, we have an entire portfolio, from the cameras to the video management software to the underlying infrastructure when it comes to media optimized server and storage, for example. So that is all very important. Or we're adding even, let's say, software to it in order to have artificial intelligence features built into the video management system, such as biometrics. We're talking about face recognition, we talk about number plate recognition, we talk about iris scan, palm secure and stuff like this. So we're trying to make it a little bit more exciting, because we believe that the market has seen massive investment into large data centers, and now is the time to optimize those data centers in order to produce the return of invest the clients are expecting, and that helps us to grow over the last years.
You spoke briefly about the cloudification aspect of companies going and adopting private and public cloud. How is that changing the way technology is evolving in this region?
It makes things much easier for clients. I mean, people can, put a toe into the business and see like how it works before they're really making multi-million-dollar investments or investments which are going easily into the hundreds, thousands of dollars. Now with cloud, they have obviously the option to actually see, does it really work? Do I need to have an on-premise CRM system, or can I start with something which is in the cloud? cloud. So we see a big traction on the software as a service part, but then even like other, let's say, not business critical applications can run easily in the cloud. You know, you don't need to have them on premise and invest into expensive hardware which is on premise. And that's why I keep always talking about the cloudification of our portfolio, because cloud is blending into everything. Cloud, we see it today in our CCTV portfolio. We see cloud when it comes to data center, but we see even cloud into, let's say, backup as a service, for example, because why having a backup on premise, right? You want to have it offsite somewhere so that it's really safe.
In terms of your engagement with the partner community, what kind of initiatives do you have in mind? You had one of the events recently. Do you plan similar events across the board? Do you have any changes in the partner program? Any special, incentive programs that you have in mind?
Absolutely. I mean, we, as I said, we always invest into the partner. For us, it's the partner first. We believe that's the best go-to-market for any of the vendors which we have in our portfolio. It might be different for other vendors, but these are not represented with us today. So what we will do is we will, as an ongoing process of enabling and recruiting partners, and obviously even technically as well as on the sales side, enabling them to be able to run their business on their own. So for us, it's a constant process which we actually executing in order to bring new partners on board with VAD Technologies for the portfolio which we have, and then make them as self-sufficient as possible.
Okay. In terms of milestones that you want to achieve this year, what kind of focus points do you have in mind in terms of both business strategies and marketing strategies in the market?
I mean, we want to further cement our position here in the UAE. We have just fully incorporated our legal entity in Saudi Arabia, which is already contributing more than 30% to our business today. And this is something which we're going to focus on further. We're not really aiming to have offices all around the Gulf region. Some of the markets doesn't really need a local representative from VAD itself, but we are traveling extensively into the markets. And these are the key focus for this year.
Thanks, Mario, for speaking to Arabian Reseller. It was nice chatting with you.
Thank you very much.